HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we are looking at a bottle of Dalston Black IPA from the Brodies Brewery, or as it says on the label, Brodies Fabulous Beers. It's 7% Black IPA. I've had it on draft a number of times. Never had it from the bottle. Beautifully presented. It's got a slightly kind of oldie worldy, slightly modern kind of edge. I did meet James, the kind of head brewer, and I think one of the owners of the brewery at the Indie Man Beer Con. Seemed like a very nice chap. I think I was probably quite drunk at the time. But I've had this on draft at the Grove in Huddersfield a few times, and I always enjoyed it. I'm loving these bottles, really kind of hard, really hardcore, strong bottles, but in a little bit different kind of shape. I guess if they're going for that kind of slightly oldie worldy look, it just adds to the effect. But that nice tight shoulder on the bottle probably is really good for catching all that sediment. It poured quite murky, but the beer in the glass, yeah, definitely not black. Like a really, really deep chestnut. It's got a paler, deep tan colour at the bottom. As far as black IPA goes, it's more of a kind of dark brown IPA. The head, lovely, ashy, newspaper, kind of like slightly warm grey kind of hue to that foamy, creamy head. Looks lovely. So let's check out the aroma. Oh, lovely. It does have like a weird musty quality, which I find in a lot of beers from Brewdog. I think it's a bit of a clash between really dark malts, maybe like a Carafa special, kind of number 3 or whatever it is, and certain hops. I found this in Magic Rock's Black IPA as well, Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, kind of like a slight smoky bacon, like a slightly synthetic smoky bacon. But those hops at the moment are very kind of musty. Not the best smelling beer. Well, let's see how it develops anyway, so let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, but it tastes amazing. Oh, blimey. So it's length to the flavour as well. Ooh. Big resinous, puckering bitterness. It's that once again with some black IPAs you get that kind of joint bitterness from quite big resinous hops, and also from that really dark, bitter chocolate malt. Well, not chocolate malt, but the chocolatey flavoured malt, really dark chocolate. It dances around with the flavour. It's a bit kind of fruit bowl, peach to a point. So this is a weird thing with black IPA, because that big dark malt character is really prevalent, especially in this one. But it's kind of jumping around. I'm getting. I remember those little sweets, fruit salad sweets. Yep, there it's kind of like a black grape, cum peach. Developing very pithy orange and really big chewy grapefruit, but a big resinous punching aggressive hop profile, but that marries up nicely and is slightly softened by those dark malts. It's a serious hoppy beer, but with a big malt character. Maybe we could call it a hoppy stout. It's a weird thing. Where does that line draw? Because there is a lot of malt character, maybe a bit too much for a black IPA, but a lovely beer. For example, they've done some. I think the first one was Stella for Breakfast, which was a hopped up oatmeal stout, which you brewed with Colonel. We've done a few since then. They did Simcoe for Breakfast, which was an Imperial Stout, which I had at Bacchus in Newcastle, which was amazing. At the moment at the Grove in Huddersfield, we've got Citra for breakfast. Once again, a big imperial stout hopped with Citra. This is kind of like that next step down. It's a 7% stout with a fucking ridiculous amount of hops. It's a lovely beer. It's got a really, just as I'm saying that, a real lasting roasted coffee and fragrant, nearly floral lemon and really pokey grapefruit bitterness. But not that chocolatey, more coffee, more really acrid, burnt, carbon-ish kind of malt character, maybe like black malt, probably a lot of Carafa. I think that's always been seen as the malt of choice for a black IPA. Wash through those malts. I mean, I don't think everybody does. I think a lot of breweries do match in those dark malts. So often when you do that, you will get a bit more character, and that's probably what's happened here, I'd say. But not to detract, because this is a lovely beer. I urge you to try it if you haven't. If you haven't tried anything from Brodies, I'm a fan, without a doubt. So that's a bottle of Brodies Dalston Black IPA, 7% ABV from Brodies in London. As it says, Brodies fabulous beers, and I'm not going to disagree with that. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.